Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to this special event. I'm Greg Lemke, Professor of Molecular Neurobiology at the Salk Institute, Adjunct Professor of Neurosciences at the UC San Diego School of Medicine, and a longtime champion of the San Diego Symphony Orchestra. I want to thank you all for being here as we welcome our new music director, Rafael Payare. Our orchestra performed its first concert in 1910, which makes it the oldest symphony orchestra in California. In our 108 years, we've only had 12 music directors. Rafael Payare will join us on July 1st, 2019 as our 13th. We're here today to welcome Rafael to San Diego and to learn a bit more about him. I've been a San Diego Symphony concert goer for nearly a third of our orchestra's history. And I've heard virtually every conductor that has visited San Diego during our 2+ year search for a new leader. Over the course of this search, I personally felt increasingly invested in the process because I'm passionate about music, because I could hear our orchestra grow from concert to concert, and because, speaking selfishly, I wanted the search to yield a musician with the fire, ambition, and skill to achieve great things. I am delighted with the outcome. We are joined this morning by many people who also participated in our search. I would like to first acknowledge Joan and Irwin Jacobs, the members of the Board of Directors of the San Diego Symphony who are here today, the members of the Foundation Board, and our honorary board members. I also need to acknowledge the stellar musicians of the San Diego Symphony who are joining us today. These are the folks who make the music that we all love to hear. And I would like to acknowledge our administrative staff, as well as our dedicated volunteers, ushers, and docents who have joined us today. This is a big moment for all of us, and we're pleased to be able to share it with all of you. It is now my great pleasure to introduce someone who has been listening to our orchestra even longer than me. This is merely a matter of seniority. The chair of the Board of Directors for the San Diego Symphony, who also served as the chair of the Music Director Search Committee, Dr. Warren Kessler.
Thank you, Greg. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. As Greg mentioned, this is a magnificent day for the San Diego Symphony because we get to welcome our new music director to our community. The selection of a music director is the single most important event in the history and life of a symphony orchestra. Allow me to tell you how it happened. Martha Gilmore, our CEO, arrived in September of 2014, and immediately a music director search committee was formulated. It contained 9 people, 3 board members, Sam Urson, Deb Pate, myself, 3 members of the administrative staff, of course Martha Gilmore, and ultimately Chris Munoz and Clement So, and 3 musicians, Kate Hatmaker, Sam Hager, and Sarah Schuster. The musicians were elected by their peers, members of the orchestra, and the people, the musicians on the committee represented, very important, represented the musicians of the orchestra. We began developing a list of candidates in 2014, and the first time that we could see these candidates was in the year 15-16. From that time until January of 2018, San Diego Symphony had 21 conductors as guests come and conduct us. The name of Rafael Payare was brought up very, very early in the search process. In fact, it preceded the mentioning and formulation of the search committee. Because of his burgeoning career and his busy schedule, we were unable to have him conduct us until January of 2018. On that weekend, January 13th, something special happened. It began in the first rehearsal and augmented until the end of the week that he was here. His incredible talent, innovation, his passion, and his charisma were noted by everyone, musicians, and during the concerts by everyone in the hall. It was a spectacular weekend. Right after that, Martha Gilmore, myself, and Kate Hatmaker flew to Chicago to watch and hear Rafael conduct the Great Chicago Symphony. Our impression was immediately confirmed and again confirmed after talking to many musicians of that great orchestra. Upon returning to San Diego, a meeting was called of the committee, the Musical Search Committee, who unanimously made a recommendation to the board of the symphony that Rafael Payare be the next member, conductor of the San Diego Symphony. A special meeting was held of the San Diego Symphony, and that recommendation was affirmed. I will tell you unequivocally that the orchestra, the committee, and the board of directors got it right. I would like to thank the members of the committee, with special thanks to Martha Gilmore, who led us through the process and did it in a spectacular fashion because of her wisdom and experience. I'd like to thank the musicians of the committee who spent hours and hours collating the surveys that were developed by the musicians, and first and foremost, the musicians of the San Diego Symphony. You are the driving force of this entire process. And because of who you are, because of your excellence, and because of the fact that you give 110% during every concert, every rehearsal, those characteristics resulted in virtually every conductor that we saw having a desire to return to the San Diego Symphony. So we obviously are delighted that Rafael is joining us, and I would now like to ask Chris Ward, San Diego City Council member, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Kessler, Dr. Lemke. Thank you, everybody, for allowing me to be a brief part of this special morning. I'm here on behalf of the mayor and my council colleagues to welcome Rafael Payare to the great city of San Diego. And on behalf of all of the people of San Diego who we get to represent, we're really pleased that you're joining this special community. I also want to thank and recognize Martha Gilmore and your entire team, and of course, your board of directors and all of the supporters of the San Diego Symphony that make this a wonderful, world-class institution that supports the arts and culture community here in the city of San Diego. And like you, I am a very strong proponent of our arts and culture needs that we want to be able to do and improve for all the citizens of San Diego. It doesn't stop just here in the walls of this room. This is the foundation for the opportunities that we actually get out into our neighborhoods to inspire youth, to make sure that we are passing on some of the great gifts that we are able to have through opportunities and organizations like this. And so I'm really pleased that when we heard the mayor's draft budget announced just a couple of weeks ago, unlike last year where we faced some devastating cuts to arts and culture opportunities, we are not going to be faced with the same negative choices this year. In fact, I'm going to continue to push throughout the month of May to make sure that we are expanding our promotion of arts and culture opportunities here with your support. These programs bring joy and inspiration to all, especially youth, but to all of our communities across San Diego. And in addition to the programs, we want to make sure that we're also investing in much of our infrastructure in our facilities. And so as the proud representative of not just the downtown community, but Balboa Park as well too, we want to make sure that we are improving a lot of the conditions of those buildings, but also expanding on new opportunities that will take the successes of Balboa Park into the next generation. So it's going to be an exciting month ahead, but let's bring it back here to today. We are so thrilled to be able to welcome Mr. Payare into the San Diego community. I'm told that the mission of the San Diego Symphony is now changing lives through music, and so we're also excited to see what his vision is going to be able to fulfill that mission. On behalf of the mayor and my council colleagues and all of the people of San Diego, welcome, and we are really pleased that you're here to join us. Thank you.
So Mayor Faulkner could not be with us today, but I have a missive from the city of San Diego that I just would like to share. Thank you very much, Councilman. This is a proclamation on behalf of the city of San Diego. As a proclamation, it has a whole list of whereases, which I won't read, but I'll read the final paragraph. Be it proclaimed that I, Kevin L. Faulkner, the 36th mayor of the city of San Diego, for and on behalf of the citizens of San Diego, do hereby proclaim April 30th, 2018, today, to be Rafael Payare Day in the city of San Diego. As the councilman just mentioned, the San Diego Symphony has a vision of changing lives through music. This involves not only presenting the highest quality artistic performances on this stage, but also providing leadership through community engagement. Part of realizing this vision is creating Bayside Performance Park, a spectacular, permanent concert stage on the Embarcadero Marina Park South. This important new waterfront destination will allow us to engage more of the community through invigorating the park and presenting a variety of performances throughout the year. We are thrilled that as part of his new role, Rafael Payare will be conducting our orchestra during Bayside Summer Nights, beginning in 2019. He will also lead the orchestra for the grand opening of this new site, and we hope for many summers to follow. To share more about this gift the San Diego Symphony is making to the region, I'm very pleased to introduce Rafael Castellanos, Chairman of the Board of Port Commissioners for the Port of San Diego.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for the invitation to speak and to welcome the new musical director, Rafael Payare. And Greg, wonderful to be here with you, a representative from SALC, another one of San Diego's great international treasures. I'm very proud to be here with you today to welcome Rafael Payare to our city, to welcome such a talented and charismatic leader, someone who we know will help us bring the culture that this city is known for and should continue to be known for to all facets of our community. I must say that I feel particularly close to Rafael, even though I'll be meeting him for the first time today. In Spanish, there is a word, it's a term of endearment for people who share your first name, tocayo. Rafael is my tocayo. And I certainly suggest that when you pronounce his first name, you do it with the flair that is deserving of a musical director. Rafael Payare. As you all know, the Port has been working with the Symphony to work on a very special project, Bayside Performance Park. We couldn't be more delighted that with the coming of a new, beautiful outdoor permanent performance venue, we will have a brand new, beautiful music director. It will be a destination for residents and visitors alike to listen to the great music of the symphony and many other genres. I understand that Maestro Payare will be conducting at this outdoor site as well. On behalf of the Port of San Diego, we look forward to hearing his beautiful music, both here at the Jacobs Music Center and at the new outdoor home of the Symphony. On behalf of all of us at the Port, thank you, San Diego Symphony, for all you do for the community, and bienvenido, Rafael. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner. Before I welcome her to the stage, I'd like to take a moment to say a few words about Martha Gilmore, the CEO of the San Diego Symphony Orchestra. After 35 years with the Chicago Symphony, Martha made the decision to come to San Diego, as you heard, in 2014, to lead this organization. In a very short time, she has, without a doubt, made a huge impact. Our orchestra now sounds like $1 million, and it can hold its own with any ensemble on the planet. Martha has led the effort to build the new summer site that we just heard about. She has inspired bold new directions in programming. She's initiated the January festival. She's connected our orchestra to our community, and in a masterful fashion, she has shepherded the process that led to the hiring of Rafael Payare. So it is indeed my very great pleasure to introduce Martha Gilmore.